Hi friends, welcome to Java Express channel. In previous section I explained about what is Jenkins master node and the slave node, why it is important. We explained the previous section, and we discussed about the diagram also, like what is which softwares are required in the master node and the slave node. So this is the whole internal diagram of the master and the slave node. So let me quickly start my master node. So if you see here, this is Jenkins master node. This master node is already I built as per the previous sections. So we'll set up one slave node. Okay, so from the master I will trigger a job in the slave node. How to do it, I will explain that part. Okay, let me open my EC2 instance. Okay, this is my Jenkins virtual machine. Sorry. Okay, this is my IP. Just grab the IP, just go and set up your, if you want to open, yeah, port 8080 you need to provide admin. Okay, now this is my IP. Through this I'm accessing my Jenkins virtual machine. Previously I created these jobs, right? So you already there. If you watch my previous videos, just please go and watch, then it will be continue session, it will be understood to you. Okay, so this is my master node. So what I will do, I will create one slave node. Previously I created one slave node, so I will create for you a new instance for your understanding. Okay, this one you can click Amazon Linux to AMI, select. So you can grab a T2 micro, is a free version. So I'm using all my default options. I'm not explaining these options anyway now, you guys aware. And this is my root volume. I'm taking as 8 GB is internal. And how you need, then add tags. If you want to add tag, you can add the tags. Name I can give as a slave 2. Already I have a slave 1, so what I will do, I have a slave 2. Go on next and security group. So what I'm giving an existing security group. It will allow all the default port, that means all traffic it will be allow for you inside your virtual machine. Okay, you need a 22 protocol and 80 protocol. These port numbers required for your instance, like go and launch. So I will choose an existing Jenkins private key and launch instance. So within few minutes your virtual machine will be ready. If you have a Ubuntu virtual machine, yes, you can go the same actions. Some commands will be there. In the later sessions I will also explain how to install Jenkins in Ubuntu also I will explain. Okay, and now if you go and here, this is my master node. If you want to see is this which node, if you go, there is a manage Jenkins. This is very important. We have a lot of configurations here, and if you go down, there is a manage nodes and clouds. Okay, if you see here, by default this is my master node. Okay, here I have a node 2. So what I will do, I will go and delete this node. Anyway, this is not required. Delete agent. Okay, if you see, if you install as a freshly your project, so only this one it will be obtained to you. Okay, now we'll configure new setup. Okay, click on the new node. Okay, you can provide your instructions here, what which node you want to. I'm giving as a slave 2. Slave 2, you can give the slave 1, slave 2, anything whatever you need. Okay, why? Because to your understanding I'm giving here as a slave 2, right? Just go and get here slave 2. Okay, click permanent agent, click OK. Okay, let it be this one. I will explain first. If you go for the PPT, so my slave 1 machine is ready now. What you want to do, you want to install the Java, Git and Maven. Okay, now how I can do that, just go for the slave 2, copy. If you have a confusion, what I will give, I will give is a prod slave. I'm giving as a prod slave node. I'm giving this one. Okay, copies. Okay, this is my prod slave. What I will do, copy, just go and log in ssh -i and you need to provide your private key. Okay, this is my private key. While I download an EC2 instance, I given this is the key. So just you go and enter. So yes, so your virtual machine is ready. Okay, what are the steps I need to do? First I need to install my Java. Okay, how to do that? Java, first you need to navigate to your sudo user. Okay, sudo su. If you given, you are the root user now. Whatever the instruction you are doing, just go ahead and install your softwares whatever you need. Okay, so these all the comments I make a note on the git repository. I will share the URL to you also. Okay, so which softwares I need in as part of this node. Okay, so what I will do, sudo yum -y install maven. If you install the maven, automatically maven plus java both will be installed automatically. Okay, you no need to install separately java also. Okay, so by using that, what you can do, java instruction is done and maven is also done. Then I will install the git. So if you see here, see my java is installing. If you see here, amazon headless 11, it will install the java. If you want to cross check whether it is working, see java 1.8 openjdk headless. See, java is also installing for this maven. If you go and check java version, java-version, so this is your version. If you want to check your maven version, go and check your maven version. Okay, now you still you need to install one more command. What? yum-y install git. Just I'm installing my git software. Why? Because I need to deploy a website, right? So if you check git -version, this is my git software. If you go for that ppt, so this part is done, this part is done, this part is done. Now I need to create a user. How to create the user? Just now sudo, okay, user add, just I'm giving as Jenkins. Your user is created. If you want to check ID, Jenkins, your user ID, group ID, so you will get these instructions. Okay, now just I'm clearing my command here. Now you need to go to your Jenkins user, sudo su Jenkins. This is the step you need to go. So officially you are the Jenkins user. If you see here, if you do the pwt, still for you showing as a home user, home/ec2. Okay, now what you want to do, just enter 2 times. Then if you see your pwd, still it is showing same. What you will do, if you Jenkins home directory, if you want to give, type cd, enter. Now it will be your home directory. See, this is our user directory. That means ec2 user home directory. This is your pwd, this is home directory of your Jenkins user. Okay, you understood? Now what I will do, pwd, this is your home. So what is the default directory? This is your Jenkins user. Okay, now what I will do, so user is created for you. Now user is created. Okay, now what I want to do, I need to generate a public key and private key. How to do those actions? Go for ec2 instance. So if you do, you need to create a directory. Okay, for which commands you need to execute, I will show you GitHub. Go for www.github.com Java Express channel, and I have created a software installation repository here, Jenkins and master slave. Okay, these are all the steps you need to take care. So these all steps we done as part of your Jenkins job creation. Now I'm following the slave node. So till now what I completed, these softwares I done. So I created my the user now, sudo user add Jenkins, uh, Jenkins user. Now I navigated to the sudo cd. If you do, it will go. If you want to check your current working directory, you go and check. Okay, now I need to create a directory of ssh. What you will do, go here, make directory. Okay, you created a directory. If you want to check the permission, ls-tl list, long listing, oh sorry, ls-tl. If you why I'm not able to see. Okay, dot, right? If you want to see the hidden directories, you want to use ls-a and el. So if you see here dot ssh, but dot ssh you need to give a proper permission. Okay, which permission you want to give means ch 700. This is the permission you need to provide over the keys. This is your directory. Okay, go and in the directory .ssh, navigate to the directory. If you see ls command, empty, no data. You want to generate your public key and private key. I given as a command here. If you see here ssh-keygen, just provide as it is. You no need to change anything. If you want to change the name, you can change this one name. Okay, what it will do, it will generate a public key and private key. If it is asking enter the file in which to save the key, so default it will be create id_rsa. What I am doing, just you no need to do anything, just type enter. It will ask the password. I am not providing default. It will create one password. It is asking the same password again, enter. So everything is created now. Now if you click ls-el, if you see id_ra, this is my private key, id_rca.pub, this is your public key. So your private key also, and you need to do one more action also. Okay, what I need to do, you need to copy your public key to your authorized keys. If you copy your public key, so Jenkins master it will access. Okay, how you could do that? Just same instructions, whatever I'm explaining, same instructions I'm giving here also. So you need to execute this line, just you need to copy. Okay, by using the cat command, either you can display, either you can create a file, either you can append the file. So this command, what it is doing, just it is creating your directory. So what I will do, just I'm clearing my screen. Okay, just I copy pasted. So this cat command, what it will do, it will copy your public key to your authorized keys. It will create one more file. Okay, just enter. So if you do ls-l, one more file is created. This authorized keys you need to give a proper permission. That permission is chmod 600. If you see here, there is a user has read write permission, group has read write permission, others has read permission. So you need to, if you give the proper permission, then what it will happen, see only you Jenkins user has access read and write, not for other people. So even though if you given, the server will reject, it has a bad permissions. Okay, authentication failed. So what you want to do, you need to give a 600. That means read and write permissions you are giving. So now go for here. So now as of now, these all steps are completed now. Okay, now cat_rsa, that means your private key. If you do here, this is your private key. This private key you need to configure in your Jenkins. Okay, just I'm copying. Okay, where you want, I will explain. Now I will explain how to set up your slave node in your Jenkins. That means now master node is ready, the slave node is ready. Now you need to set up in the Jenkins. How to do that setup, I will explain now. So go for Jenkins, go for manage Jenkins, go down. there is a manage nodes and clouds. How many nodes you want, you can create. If you create 3 virtual machines, 3 slave nodes you need to create. This by default it is a master node. Just create a new node. What I will give, same name I will give you. Okay, prod slave node, right? Sorry, copy prod slave node, click on permanent agent. Okay, next you want to provide any description, you go ahead and give the description. Remote root directory, that means home directory of your Jenkins user. Home directory is which directory? Var slash. So if you go and grab here, this is your home directory of your Jenkins. Okay, now the labels, if you want to provide any label you can give. I'm giving suggesting to use anything, just I'm giving the same. If you see the executors is nothing but how many jobs at a time you want to run. If you want to run 5 jobs, you can go ahead and run. If you want to 10 jobs, you go ahead and run. Okay, if you want sorry guys, this is a remote root directory, right? So what you will do, your remote root directory is, if you go and here pwd, if you do, this is your root directory, remote root directory, home slash Jenkins. Okay, this is your remote root directory, and the labels you given. Launch method, we created a public key and private key, right? If you want to communicate master node and slave node, you need to use a this is the command, launch against via SSH, secure socket shell. This is the host you need to provide. Host is nothing but your IP address. Just go and give this public IP. Okay, your host is given. Now you need to add your credentials. Go add Jenkins. Global is global credentials. The kind you need to provide username with private key. Why? Because we created one private key, right? If you see here, this is your private key. Just copy this private key. Just we will copy paste there. Okay, now ID is you can give what ID you want to give. This ID only provide. Add Jenkins, this name and ID same, description also giving same. User, you need the Jenkins, this is your private key, so you need to paste your private key. Copy, paste it here. Now your private key is ready. Now click add. Okay, here there is a drop down, click prod slave node, that means it will run on particular node. Next, host key verification strategy, click non-verifying verification. We have types of strategies. There is a known host file verification, you need to create a host, you need to do some other commands. What I am doing here, non-verifying verification strategy, key verification. Next, keep the agent online as much as available. I'm giving some default one. Just click save node. Okay, now your node is launching. Now if you see, click on the prod slave node and see the logs. Click on the logs. If you see here, now opening SSH connection on particular this IP, and this is a warning. See, authentication successful. Why? Because you are giving a private key on your master node. So this is a remote user environment, so it will run all the basic commands. Now agent successfully connected and online, that your master node, slave node is ready. Now if you go and see here, this is your home directory, right? pwd. If you click in ls, if you see, whenever you are running those commands, remoting and remote, two things is created, ls minus tl. If you see here, now recently created one jar file, it will be create whenever you are launching your slave node. Okay, now what I will do, now I will deploy a job inside this virtual machine. Okay, how I can do that? Now your slave is ready. See, prod slave node is ready. Now go for the Jenkins, just go and create a new job. Okay, previously I created one a dev project, right? What I will do, create a new item, I will give a prod project, give me the freestyle, copy. Okay, you want to copy same an existing project, still you can give your dev project. That means the dev project configurations will come inside your prod project. Okay. Okay, uh, if you see here you can give your description. Okay, prod deployment I'm giving. Okay, now source code management is not required. If you want, you can give your git repository, otherwise this is not required now. So these all things keep as it is. Okay, what I'm doing, installing a Tomcat, just I'm checking my restart. Just if it is already installed, I'm restarting my server to get your server is available. And if any existing things are there, just I'm removing this particular folder and I'm cloning my project. This project is already available in the Jenkins. If you want to check, copy, paste it here. If you want, just go and click on Java Express channel. We have two projects. This is called static website hosting. If you deploy here, one website will be deployed in your Tomcat server. Okay, these all comments I explained in my previous section. If you are new, just please and watch. Here if I run here, what will happen? Just guess. It will be run on your master node, right? So I'm giving a trigger to run on a particular slave node, that is prod slave node, right? Where that action you need to do, go up, there is a restrict when the project can be run, click here, and there is a label expression. The label is expression is very important. Type your prod slave. See, if you type here prod slave node, it is automatic suggested. Click here. That means in this node your software will be your job will be run. Click save. If you click build now, if you click here, now job will be a trigger. See, the job is triggered. Here my build is console output yes. If you see here, we trust you, you have received the usual lecture from the local system. That means I'm forgot to given, this is the Jenkins user, right? But this Jenkins user has no root user permissions. I need to provide root permissions. Okay, how to provide the root permissions? If you click here, you need to add in the sudo file, you need to add your Jenkins user. Okay, that step also I given, but I forgot to add. If you see here, see how to enable a shell console. This is specific for the Ubuntu machine. If it is a CentOS, open this file, you need to add this line and you need to restart. Copy. Now I will go and I will open my sudo file. Now what I will do, just exit. You should be a root user while doing. Okay, if you are a root user, now if you see the current working directory, my home directory, what I will do, va/etc/sudoers file. Okay, this is your file. Just go down. Here you need to add your Jenkins. You are giving a permission to your Jenkins user, otherwise the job will not run. Type I, that insert, it will show warning changing a read only, no issue. Just enter. One more, just what you will do, just go and copy this user. That means you are giving a permission this user as a root permissions. Just if you want to save in the VA editor, just escape colon. If you see here in the down here, this is one WQ exclamatory mark. If you given, type enter, then the file will be saved. That means your configuration is saved. Now you need to restart your virtual machine, otherwise this particular it won't configure. Okay, you need to restart your machine. We'll try like this. I given, right? I will try to check. Now you given root permission, right? What I will do, you will go and check. I will build one more time, but we didn't install the Jenkins machine in my slave node, right? So hope we no need to give. See here, I need to change my text file. Why? Because this is specific for our master node. So if it is a slave node, so you no need to give. Just I'm go and editing this particular option. How to give in sudo permissions Jenkins user in the CentOS machine, right? CentOS machine in master node I'm giving, and same thing I'm copy pasting that down. What I will do, this is a master, this is my slave. Here also you need to provide, right? What I will do, here I will paste it in slave node. Just you no need this particular step. Okay, just I'm giving on the online tool available for you. Now if you see here, my job is success. Click console output. If you see, my software is installed now. That means Tomcat is installed. If you see, these are all the commands executed and it is cloned. My build is success. Now if you want to check, go here. Where is my IP? Jenkins VM, this is my IP. Just copy, paste it here. 8080. Sorry, your virtual. So this is your Jenkins VM. Sorry, this is a copy. See, this is your slave node, prod slave node. So in this way you can host your website in your slave node. See, I given my VM. In this one, if I given here, I'm not running my job inside here. See, it is page is not working. Still, if you want to run in your main node, what you will do, there is a dev project I have. Just if you see the configuration, right now there is no configuration if I'm not wrong. Go save and apply. Just build now. Now here this build is also success. Now your build is success. Go and see, your website is also hosted in the machine node, but this is not the recommended way to run in the master node. Okay, that's why what you will do, go and configure, restrict. Here if you have a other slave node, you can give different slave node. I have right now only the prod slave node. Just save and apply. You can build. So in this way you can deploy your application in particular virtual machines. The load will be a decrease. This is an example to show how to deploy, but in the runtime, just to run the jobs, you are giving the virtual machines. At deployment it will take care by another virtual machines. So if you like this video, please subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to get more updates. Thank you guys.